Hey everyone, and welcome back to Educational Exploration Hub, the place where you will learn to build cloud projects. If you're new here, welcome, and I'm excited to have you here with us today. In today's episode, we are diving into launching a virtual server with Amazon EC2. The prerequisite for this project is to have beginner level AWS experience and an AWS account admin access level. And the cost for this project is free tier eligible. By the end of this tutorial, you will have launched a virtual server with Amazon EC2. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It really helps us out and ensures you don't miss any of our weekly tutorials. And if you find this video helpful, share it with a friend who might enjoy it too. Without any further ado, let's jump right in. Once you've logged into your AWS console, I'm going to navigate over to EC2. You can do so by searching in the search box for EC2. Just open up that and then go on to instance and click on launch instance. And then give your instance a name. So the name and tag section can give it a name of your choice. I'm going to give mine my first. So I've named mine my first virtual server. And the Amazon machine image we're going to be using is Amazon Linux. And that's been selected by default. And also the instance type will be T2 Micro, which is free tier eligible. And for the key pair, we're going to create a new key pair. And we're going to give that a name as well. I'm going to name mine my first key pair. And leave everything else as default and click on create key pair. And then for network settings, so under the create security group, we are going to leave it as the allow SSH traffic from anywhere. And then we are going to click on launch instance. Once that has successfully launched, we are going to connect our instance. So back onto our instance. So in order for us to connect our instance, we're just going to click on this box here and click on the connect button at the top and leave everything here as default and click on connect. And that should open up a virtual server. So I have copied a code that I will be placing in here, and just to also let you know, I'll be adding all the codes that I use in this tutorial down in the description box. So if I did that in and click enter, and I'll be adding another code as well, so that is to install it, and then enter. And that has been completed. And the last code I'll be entering is to start it, and click enter, and pretty much that says it's ready. So now for us to test our server, I'll go back into my EC2 instance and just click on refresh. And then we'll need to copy our public IP address. So in the instance, we'll need to go into the details section of our instance, and then we'll find the public IPv4 address and just copy that and open up another tab and type that in. So if you notice that the public IPv4 address isn't working. So what you will need to do is then go into the security tab here and then click on the security groups link and then click on edit inbound rules. And we'll then need to change this type here to HTTP. And then the protocol, it should be TCP, port range will be 80, and then source will be anywhere IPv4. And then we can just click on save rules. So now back into our instance and onto the details section. So I'm going to copy my IPv4, my public IPv4 address, and open up another tab and paste that in, and it works. So there we go. So this would show you that it worked. Initially we had an error, so I had an error, and obviously these things do happen where you have to like go back in and troubleshoot, and it is all part of the learning process. So I thought I'd document the troubleshooting just to show how it works as well. So there we go, this has worked for us. So now back into our instance. Since that's now up and running, what I would recommend you do is to terminate your instance. So I'm just going to go ahead and terminate my instance in here. So if you look at the top of the screen, there is an instance state. You can just go into the drop down and click on terminate instance, and then it will ask you further questions and click on terminate. So once the instance has successfully terminated, and there you have it, you have successfully launched a virtual server with EC2 on AWS. I hope you find this tutorial helpful and that you are feeling more confident about starting the next project. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you have any questions about what we've covered? Let me know down in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer any questions you might have. Don't forget, practice makes perfect, so go out there and start having a play around in the console. And thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who will find it helpful. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss any of our tutorials. Until next time, keep building, and I'll see you in the next video.